once upon a time in a world of magic, light, and darkness.
Gohnn Visol stood concealed in the shadow, watching Marja, Haron, and Ravni disappear down the courtyard's winding path. The fading echo of their footsteps left an uneasy silence behind, one that matched the growing weight in his chest. His mind churned with thought, frustration simmering just beneath his calm exterior. As he brooded over the ever-complicating threads of power within the Order of the Light, a faint sound from behind broke his focus. Without turning, he greeted the presence. Cava Gram. A wiry figure with long, dark hair stepped out from the nearby alcove. Cava Gram, with his narrow face and sharp, calculating eyes, approached with an almost mischievous air. His smile barely masked the dark knowledge he carried. "I have news," Cava began, his voice low but tinged with amusement. Visol's eyes narrowed slightly as he studied the man. "The Cassitan," he said, already anticipating some of what was to come. Cava nodded. "Yes, he's on the move, heading west to the volcanic flats beyond the Kapska Mountains." Visol's brow furrowed. "A stronghold of the Order of the Darkness," he muttered, already connecting the pieces in his mind. For him to head there, it must be a grave mission. Cava Gram smirked. "Oh, it's more than that, surely. You noticed what else I am carrying in my mind?" Visol's gaze sharpened. "What are you implying?" The hint of amusement in Cava's tone only deepened. "He's not alone." A sudden stab of anger struck Visol, a feeling so sharp that it took him a moment to smother it. His face remained unreadable as he waited for the confirmation he dreaded. "Lyra goes with him," Cava revealed, his words soft but pointed. For a moment, Visol felt the weight of jealousy and betrayal pressing on his chest. He pushed it aside, his thoughts spinning rapidly. If the Cassitan and Lyra were traveling together, then the situation was far more dangerous than he had initially assumed. "It must be a demon king," Visol said, his voice quiet but filled with certainty. Cava Gram blinked in surprise. "A demon king?" He leaned closer, skepticism in his voice. Surely the Order of the Darkness wouldn't be so reckless. Visol's lips curled into a bitter smile as he motioned for Cava to follow. They slipped into one of the secret passageways behind the walls, the stone corridors cold and dimly lit by distant torches. As they moved, their conversation continued in hushed tones. "Reckless?" Visol scoffed. The Order of the Darkness had Katna Agars needlessly slaughter an entire village to arrange a duel with the Cassitan. They're desperate to get him out of the way. Whatever they're plotting, a demon king's revival would be exactly the kind of chaos they'd seek to summon. Cava's face darkened at the mention of the massacre. But a demon king hasn't walked this dimension since the time of the Eternals and shadows the very idea. Fool. Visol cut him off, looking down on him with the faintest hint of disdain. The Eternals still walk this world. Or at least, one of them does. Cava Gram rolled his eyes, clearly unimpressed. "That old tale again," You've never proven that. Visol's eyes glittered with a knowing gleam. You'll just have to trust me on this. They exited the passageway and found themselves outside the great complex of the Order of the Light. The sky above had begun to darken with the approach of dusk, casting long shadows across the stone courtyards. Cava paused, glancing around before turning back to Visol. What will you do now? Visol's expression soured, his thoughts heavy with frustration. There's nothing I can do. The Cassitan and Lyra will stop the revival as they always do, and more glory will fall upon his undeserving head. He spat the words with quiet venom, though he quickly regained his composure. With a sigh, he looked at Cava Gram, his tone softening. You've done well, Visol said, a rare note of genuine praise in his voice. We'll keep in touch, as usual. Cava bowed slightly, a respectful acknowledgement of Visol's position. As always, Gohnn Visol. With that, Cava Gram turned and departed into the night, his figure soon disappearing into the city's winding streets. Visol watched him go for a moment, then turned back toward the towering walls of the Order of the Light. His heart burned with ambition and resentment as he slipped back into the shadows of the complex. The game continued, and for now, all he could do was wait for his next move.